Howdy folks, and welcome back. It's Bowden again with Michelle, and we're going to look at episodes 1, 2, and 3, or chapters 1, 2, and 3 of Volume 1 of RWBY. I figure that's probably a good chunk to look at once. Runtime's going to be about 25, 27 minutes or so, which is about right, I think. So let's dive right into chapter 1 of Volume 1. You ready?
More than ever.
More than ever. Here we go.
Legends, stories scattered through time. Mankind has grown quite far.
Pay attention.
Paying.
Of heroes and villains, and so easily we are remnants, byproducts of a forgotten past. Man, born from dust, was strong, wise, and resourceful, but he was born into an unforgiving world. An inevitable darkness, creatures of destruction, the creatures of Bryn, set their sights on man and all of his creations. These forces clashed, and it seemed the darkness was intent on returning man's brief existence to the void. However, even the smallest spark of hope is enough to ignite change. And in time, man's passion, resourcefulness, and ingenuity led them to the tools that would help even the odds. This power was appropriately named dust. Nature's wrath in hand, man lit their way through the darkness. And in the shadow's absence came strength, civilization, and most importantly, life. But even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker and die. And when they are gone, darkness will return. So you may prepare your fathers.
Good guys or bad guys?
To a so-called free world.
Good guy, you bet?
What?
What'd you say, good guys or bad guys?
Oh, I thought you said good guys are bad guys.
No, are they good guys or bad guys?
Bad.
Now man's narrating. RWBY.
Lindsay.
He called her a smaller, more honest soul. He was saying right when we saw RWBY.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a dust shop? Please, just take my leave and leave.
Am I going to recognize any of these voices?
Not here for your money. Grab the dust.
I love that line. We're not here for your money. Grab the dust, which is your money. I mean, that's how you make money. You bought the dust to sell to other people, so we're taking away your money. But we're not here for your money.
Lindsay.
Put your hands where I can see you. Hey, I said hands in the air. You got dressed with or something?
Yes?
I said, put your hands in the air. Now.
Are you
Yes.
Is this RWBY's song?
No.
Oh.
It's the theme for the whole volume.
Oh.
Okay. Get her.
RWBY's song is the one you heard in her trailer. Red Like Roses.
Well, Red, I think we can all say it's been an eventful evening. And as much as I love to stick around, I'm afraid this is where we part
okay if I go after it?
ways. Into the line, Red.
New player. It's kind of like what Weiss does with shooting the little magical things and stuff. Another new player.
What's her name?
The one up there?
No, the blonde one.
Oh, the blonde one. She's about to tell you, so I'll let her tell you. Okay. Kind of like a sorcery battle or something here going on.
Actions tonight will not be taken lightly, young lady. You put yourself and others in great danger. They started it! If it were up to me, you'd be sent home. A pat on the back. And a slap on the wrist. But there's someone here who would like to meet you.
Ruby
They
Road.
brought cookies.
You have silver eyes. So, where did you learn to do this?
Signal Academy?
They taught you to use one of the most dangerous weapons ever designed?
Well, one teacher in particular.
I see. It's just that I only see one other side view of that skill.
Scythe.
That skill.
Sorry. That's my Uncle Crow. He's a teacher at Signal. I was complete garbage before he took me under his wing. Now I'm all like...
So I've noticed. And what is an adorable girl such as yourself doing at a school designed to train warriors?
I want to be a huntress.
You want to slay monsters?
Yeah. I only have 2 more years of training left at Signal, and then I'm going to fight a beacon. See, my sister's starting there this year, and she's trying to become a huntress. And I'm trying to become a huntress because I'm
Her sister.
My parents always taught us to love others, so I thought, might as well make a career out of it. I mean, it'd be so great. A husband and huntresses are just so much more romantic and exciting.
Do you know who I am?
You're Professor Austin. You're the headmaster at Beacon.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
You want to come to my school?
More than anything.
Well, okay.
Oh, I can't believe my baby sister's going to Beacon with me. This is the best day ever. Stop. But I'm so proud of you. Billy says it was nothing. What do you mean? It was incredible. Everyone at Beacon is going to think you're the bee's knees. I don't want to be the bee's knees, okay? I don't want to be any kind of knees. I just want to be a normal girl with normal knees. What's with you? Aren't you excited? Of course I'm excited. I got moved ahead 2 years. I don't want people to think I'm special or anything. But you are special.
The robbery was led by the nefarious criminal Rooster Teeth, who continues to evade authorities If you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Vale Police Department.
Roman Torchwick is the bad guy.
Thank you, Cyril. In other news, this Saturday's famous civil rights protest turned dark when members of the White Fang disrupted the ceremony. The once peaceful organization has now disrupted.
You want to know who she was?
Hello,
Yang wants to know
welcome
too.
Beacon.
Who's that?
My name is Glinda Goodwitch.
Glinda Goodwitch.
You are the privileged few who have received the honor of being selected to attend this prestigious academy. Our world is experiencing an incredible time of peace, and as future huntsmen and huntresses, it is your duty to uphold it. You have demonstrated the courage needed for such a task, and now it is our turn to provide you with the knowledge and the training to protect our world.
Look! We can see signals from up here.
Signal's where she used to go to school.
I guess home isn't too far after all. Beacons are home now.
Well, I guess the view isn't for everyone. It was a nice moment while it lasted. I wonder who we're gonna meet.
I just hope they're better than Vomit.
That's Beacon up on the hill.
Oh, you look at your shoe! Get away from me!
Okay, that is chapter 1. Here's the theme. This is the intro theme. We'll see it at the beginning of every episode from now on. For the first one. All 4 of them are together. There's a guy who's thrown up. And some new people we haven't seen. Carrie. You know Carrie.
Screen looker.
What now?
Carrie the screen looker.
No, it wasn't Carrie. It was Caleb the screen looker.
Oh.
Caleb's the screen looker. So, that was Volume 1, Chapter 1. Any thoughts on that? I want to point out one thing. Well, go ahead. What were your thoughts?
No,
you were going to say something.
No, it wasn't.
You were about to.
I was soaking it in.
I wanted to point out you saw a lot of the characters were just like shadows. They were just told all black. They weren't. There was no character there. It was a shape, but no character. Did you notice that at all?
I think so.
Yeah. The only reason they did that is because they didn't have the time to render, to make designs for them all and render them stuff. So basically they would only design and render the actual characters that had lines and things that would do stuff. And so everybody else was just this black shadow figure that they kind of moved around. They did that only for the first volume. And then starting with the second volume, they actually, everybody has a character, so it's not a big deal. The intro where she described, the lady is talking and talks about the creatures of Grimm, the bad creatures, and dust being the thing that gives them the power to do stuff. You saw that it was like a crystal, and then the thieves were trying to steal the dust from the dust shop. And of course, they stumbled upon Ruby, which kind of ruined their plans. Ruby wants to be a huntress, and then the Ozpin, the headmaster that was introduced, said, "You want to slay monsters." Apparently, huntresses slay monsters. And monsters would probably be the creatures of Grimm, right? The bad monsters that you saw Ruby fighting in her trailer and all that. And they're attending Beacon Academy. She just came from Signal Academy, where her Uncle Crow is a teacher and taught her how to use the scythe. As Ozpin said, that was one of the most dangerous weapons that anybody could wield. And then she learned to go, oh. And Glinda Goodwitch, you were introduced to her. So, let's go ahead and go on to Chapter 2. And we'll actually skip the music. For now. We'll play them again in the next video, but within each one of our videos, we'll just only play it once. You know Miles? That's Miles' voice is that guy.
Miles is always throwing up in real life, too.
Not as much as Gavin is.
You from Dale's got nothing on this. Easy there, little sister. They're just weapons. Just weapons? We're an extension of ourselves. They're a part of us. Oh, they're so cool. Well, why can't you spin up your own weapon? Aren't you happy with it? Of course I'm happy with Chris Rose. I just really like seeing new ones. It's like meeting new people.
She just gave it a name.
Ruby, come on. Why don't you go try and make some friends of your own? Why would I need friends when I have you? Well, actually, my friends are here now. Wait, where are you going? Are we supposed to go to our dorms?
Sister ditching her.
What are you doing? Sorry. Do you have any idea of the damage you could have caused? Give me that. This is dust. Mine can't purify from the sheet quarry. What are you, brain dead? Dust, fire, water, lightning, energy. Are you even listening to me? Is any of this sinking in? What do you have to say for yourself?
I think they're meeting each other.
I'm really, really sorry. You complete dolt. What are you even doing here? Aren't you a little young to be attending Beacon? Well, this isn't your ordinary combat school. It's not sparring and practicing. We're here to fight monsters, so watch where you're going. Hey, I said I was sorry, Princess. It's Eris, actually. Wife's Shani, heiress to the Shani Dust Company. One of the largest producers of energy propellants in the world. Finally, some recognition. The same company, infamous for its controversial labor forces and questionable business partners. What? How dare?
She the preppy white girl at school.
I guess.
I
Literally.
this up to you.
White's her color.
Listen, not the only one having a rough first day. So, what's
No.
She almost had a friend.
She's all alone. Not quite, though.
Hey. I'm John.
Ruby? Aren't you the guy that threw up on the ship?
Yes, he was.
All I'm saying is that motion sickness is a much more common problem than people let
Yeah,
on.
sounds like
I'm
Miles.
sorry, Bob. That really was the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, yeah? What if I called you Crater Face?
Hey, that explosion was an accident.
Well, the name's John Ark. Short and sweet, rolls off the tongue. Ladies love it.
Do they?
They will.
Do they?
I hope they will. My mom always says that.
So, I got this thing.
Whoa! Is that a scythe?
It's also a customizable, high-impact sniper rifle.
What?
It's also a gun.
That's cool.
So what do you got?
Oh, I got this sword.
Ooh.
Yeah, got a shield too.
So, what did they do?
Well, the shield gets smaller. So, when I get tired of carrying it, I can just put it away.
Wouldn't it weigh the same?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I'm kind of a dork when it comes to weapons. I did go a little overboard in designing it.
You made that?
Of course! All students at Signal forge their own weapons. Didn't you make yours?
It's a hand-me-down. My great-great-grandfather used to fight in the war.
Sounds more like a family heirloom to me. Well, I like it. Not many people have an appreciation for the classics these days.
Yeah, the classics.
So why'd you help me out back there in the courtyard?
Yeah, why not? My mom always says, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet.
Hey, where are we going?
Oh, I don't know. I was following you. You think there might be a directory? Maybe a food court? Some sort of recognizable landmark? Is that a no?
That's no.
That's a no. That was part 1 of 2, so they had to get them out pretty quickly, and they had a limited staff, so they would put them out in parts, even though they were meant to be one. So we'll go to part 2 now.
Ruby, over here! I saved you a spot!
Oh, hey, I gotta go.
I'll see you after the ceremony.
Hey, wait! Great. Where am I supposed to find another nice, quirky girl to talk to?
Right there.
How's your first day going, little sister? You mean since you ditched me and I exploded? Yikes, meltdown already? No, I literally exploded a hole in front of the school. And there was some fire, and I think some ice.
Are you being sarcastic?
I wish. I tripped over some crabby girl's luggage, and then she yelled at me. And then I sneezed, and I exploded, and then she yelled again. And I felt really, really bad, and I just wanted her to stop yelling at me. Ew! Oh god, it's happening again! You were lucky we weren't blown off the side of the cliff.
Oh my god, you really exploded.
It was an accident! It was an accident!
What's this? The Shinny Dust Company is not responsible for any injuries or damages sustainable operating a Shinny Dust Company product. Although not mandatory, the Shinny family highly encourages their customers to read and familiarize themselves with its easy-to-follow guide to dust application and practice through
For
You really want
Dust for
to
Dummies
read that to
and
me?
other inadequate
Absolutely.
people
Read this and
or
never
individuals.
mention me again.
Look, sounds like you two just got off on the wrong foot.
Why don't you start over and try to be friends, okay?
Yeah, great idea, sis.
Hello, Weiss. I'm Ruby. Wanna hang out? We could go shopping for school supplies.
Yeah, and we can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys like tall, blonde, and spraggly over there.
Wow, really?
Huh?
No.
I'll keep this brief. You have traveled here today in search of knowledge, to hone your craft and acquire new skills. And when you have finished, you plan to dedicate your life to the protection of the people. But I look amongst you, and all I see is wasted energy, in need of purpose, direction. You assume knowledge will free you of this, but your time at this school will prove that knowledge can only carry you so far. It is up to you to take the first step.
You will gather at the ballroom tonight. Tomorrow, your initiation begins. Be ready. You are dismissed.
He seemed kind of off. It's almost like he wasn't even there.
I'm a natural blonde, you know.
Poor guy. Girls love it, apparently.
It's like a big slumber party.
I don't think Dad would approve of all the boys, though.
I know I do.
She's wearing a onesie.
What's that?
A letter to the gang back at Signal. I promised to tell them all about Beacon and how things are going.
Aw, that's so cute!
Shut up! I didn't get to take my friends with me to school. It's weird not knowing anyone here.
What about John? He's nice. There you go. Plus one friend. That's a 100% increase.
Pretty sure Weiss counts as a negative friend. Back to 0.
There's no such thing as negative friends. You just made one friend and one enemy.
Look, it's only been one day.
Trust me, you've got friends all around you. You just haven't met them yet.
That girl.
You know her?
Not really. She saw what happened this morning, but left before I could say anything.
Well, now's your chance.
Oh, wait! What are you doing?
I believe you two may know each other.
Aren't you that girl that exploded?
Yeah.
My name's Ruby. But you can just call me Crater. Actually, you can just call me Ruby. Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know, help me!
So, what's your name?
Like,
Well, like I'm Yang, Ruby's older sister. I like your bow.
thanks.
It goes great with your pajamas.
Right.
Blake's a lot like you.
Yes, it's lovely.
Yep.
Almost as lovely as this book
So far, I don't read.
that I will continue to read. As soon as you leave.
Yeah, this girl's a lost.
What's it about? Huh? Your book. Does it have a name? Well, it's about a man with two souls, each fighting for control over his body.
Oh yeah, that's real lovely.
I love books. Yang used to read to me every night before bed. Stories of heroes and monsters. They're one of the reasons I want to be a huntress. Why is that? Hoping you'll live happily ever after? I'm hoping we all will. As a girl, I wanted to be just like those heroes in the books. As someone who fought for what was right and who protected people who couldn't protect themselves. That's very ambitious for a child. Unfortunately, the real world isn't the same as a fairy tale. Well, that's why we're here. To make it better.
Oh, I'm so proud of my baby sister. Cut it out!
Well, Ruby Yang, it's a
What the
privilege.
hell is going on over here? Don't you realize some of us are trying to sleep? Oh, not you again!
Guys, she's right. People are trying to sleep.
Oh, now you're on my side.
I was always on your side.
Yeah, what's your problem with my sister? She's only trying to be nice.
They don't seem to get along very well. All right. That was the first 3 chapters of Volume 1. Kind of just introduce you to the characters and get them set up in the school. What do you think of so far? Anything? Any questions? Any observations?
Carrie.
Carrie shot across. He's got the little room, had the little room under Michael and Gavin's place. Any thoughts so far about the first 3 chapters? About the school, the teachers, the characters?
Sounds like a typical high school.
Like a high school? Although they're Yang is supposed to be about 17. Ruby is supposed to be about 15. And they're just entering school, so technically it's more like a college. Right?
But they fight like it's high school.
I know they do. But so I imagine that Blake and Weiss are also supposed to be around 17. Around Yang's age, because she's the normal age for entering. Whereas Ruby said I got moved up 2 years. So she's probably 15. Ruby named her weapon, called it Crescent Rose. She gave it a name. She designed it herself and made it herself. I don't know if she made it herself, but she designed it herself. Jean Arc. It's not. You can say John, but it's not spelled that way. But it's just more like Jean. That's not. He didn't make that sword. It's his great grandfather's sword and shield, I guess, presumably, that he inherited. But Ruby thinks it's kind of sweet. So nothing else, huh? You just ready to go into the next chapters and learn more about it?
I guess.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Catch you next time.